Hey, guess what? I have some great news. I have an investment for you that has averaged 25%. All of your problems are solved. You no longer have to watch the rest of this course because with a 25% average return, man, you are going to be rich in no time. All right, sound a little too good to be true? What's the catch? Well, it is a bit of a riskier investment. In fact, in the last 2 years, it lost 50% in the first year, but then it gained 100% in the second year. That is an average return of 25%. All right, you see what's happening here? In this lesson, I want to talk about average return versus actual return. Probably one of the biggest misunderstandings when it comes to money. In fact, I remember when I was selling mutual funds and other investments, all we were ever told was the average return. We were told that this particular fund had averaged X amount over the last X number of years, right? Well, the thing that you have to understand about average versus actual is that average doesn't really make, a difference. It doesn't really tell the whole story, right? So if you started with $100,000 and in the first year you lost 50, then even if you got 100% the next year and you got an average return of 25%, your account is still at 100,000 for an actual return of 0. Okay, so this is one of the confusing things. Now, this is an extreme example to illustrate a point. But whenever you lose money, a lot of times people just say, oh, it's okay. Yeah, the market just crashed, but it's okay. It'll come back. Well, yes, it will come back, but it will come back on a smaller number. So every time the market drops, yes, the market does come back, but it comes back on a smaller number. So if you lose 50% of your money, you have to gain 100% just to get back to where you were before you lost the money. Does that make sense? All right, now let's look at another example. How about losing 25% and gaining 25%? You call up your financial advisor, you say, hey, how's my money been going? And they say, oh, it's been going just fine. It's been a little bit of a rocky road, but considering all of the ups and downs, you've averaged about a 0% return. So that's pretty good, all things considering. Well, an average of 0 in this particular case ends up being an actual return of negative 6.25 on your money. Now, obviously over time and over a number of different examples, these numbers are all going to change. But the point is that when you're looking into investments, you don't want to look at average returns. You want to look at actual returns because the actual return on your money is what really tells the whole story. So the question you should be asking is, if I gave you $1,000 a month in the last 10 years, what would it be today? Or if I gave you $100,000, 10 years ago, what would it be today? That will tell you the actual return on your money, and that is a lot more accurate. So when you're trying to project your goals, your retirement goals, and how much you think you're going to earn over time, make sure you keep this in mind, all right? All right, now let's move on and talk about market history next to see how this actually has played out over the last several years.